All right, check that out. Looks like we got a little geothermal activity out here on the lake.
Wow, look at that.
I haven't ever noticed that before. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on it for the next few days. We did finally get a beautiful day today after all of yesterday's snow though. And here's another lovely view of Lewis Lake. Yeah, pretty nice. Pretty nice. Kid's out here hanging out. He made a couple of new friends. What's your name?
Sherry.
Hi, Sherry. And Max, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Hazel and Max. I thought you wanted mine.
No.
Okay.
You're not Kit's new friend.
Well, you were when you fed him.
Yeah,
I
true.
was for a second.
That's right. You give them treats and you're friends for a second, right? So we got Max, we got Cheryl,
Sherry and Dean,
Hazel, and Max. And of course, you know, the Kitster. Yeah, the star of the show.
Wake up with the sun in our eyes. Sally forth, no need for goodbyes. Journey calls, let's roll the dice. Every mile a new surprise.
The next day.
Good morning, tribe. Kid has all of his clothes on. I got all of my clothes on. We're in the walk-in loop. And I don't think I've ever shown you Site 4 before. So this is the actual Site 4. Pretty cool trail that goes off down here into the woods. Remember to carry your bear spray. And to get up here, this is why I'm huffing and puffing, guys. Oh, plus, it's 28 degrees. I waited for it to warm up before I headed out this morning for our morning walk, because when I got up, it was 23 degrees. Lovely sight. You definitely have to carry your stuff up the hill though, if you're a tenter. Kid just wandered off to go look at something else. So here's the path down. Come, Kit. And I will tell you, we're getting near the end. We're getting near the end of these daily vlogs because I only have 2 more full work days after this. So looking down here, you can just barely see the road down there, see the truck on the right-hand side. But Kit wants to look around up here a little bit more. So we're gonna let him do that. Okay. Beautiful, but chilly. I don't know what time I said it was in the first clip, but it's actually 10 o'clock in the morning already and still 28 degrees. So we're gonna just finish up Kit's walk. I used to have a dog named Court. He was a bull mastiff, and Kit looks nothing like him. At all, do you? You don't look like a bull mastiff. So we're gonna finish his walk, and then he's gonna have to go home because it's too cold to have him out on the cart today. Sorry about the jerking. He just found something interesting. What'd you find? Yeah, so he's actually gained enough weight. Thanks, Barb. He's gained enough weight that his jacket won't close. I can only get it closed at the very back end. So he's got a sweater on. He's got his winter vest on. He's got all the clothes. And look, see the ice on the puddle? That's Site 9. That's awesome. Hey, Kit. I showed my tips and tricks for trying to stay warm in this weather in a previous video, which includes covering my front cab windows, using thermal drapes between the cab and the house area. But when I got up this morning and I pulled my window shade cover down, the front windshield was completely ice over on the outside and partially on the inside. I checked with my instant read thermometer, and the temperature was, well, between 39 and 40 degrees, even though I kept my bedroom temperature at like 59 overnight. So, pretty stinking chilly. Here's a lovely view of the meadow. It's not just that this left-hand side is in shadow. That's all frost. Because the other side is exposed, it is starting to melt off. Look at the beautiful blue sky, though. It's gonna be a beautiful day. High is supposed to be 49. It's gonna struggle to get there. And yesterday I had to go down again to the day use area and run the generator for about 2.5 hours. And hopefully I'm going to be able to avoid that today. I was about 82% when we came out for Kit's walk. And what that means, this is site 16, by the way. This one's kind of nice because it's pretty secluded. You got the meadow there, that's 15 over there where the people are. And I am hopeful that I can get through tonight. I think that'll be fine. If we get enough sunshine today, I might be able to eke out my power until I leave here on Friday morning. But worst case, I'm going to have to decamp, so to speak. And then you're looking for a spot? And then drive over to the day use area to charge up again. I hope I don't have to, but I might. Now he's going to complain about getting left home alone, even though he's ready to make his way there because it's chilly. You can just see my RV up there. You ready to go home? You ready to go home, Kit? What do you think? Let's go home. So, the sweater that he's got on is really just a little bit long at the back end for him. And every once in a while, he pees on the edges. Come on, Kit. So, he's going to need all of his clothes washed in the washing machine. I've been rinsing them out myself. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I've been washing him out when he pees on them. But not the same as running through a wash cycle. So we'll do that. And I am hopeful when we get out of here and get to Idaho Falls, I'll be able to get him a better fitting jacket. He keeps stopping to sniff stuff, but I can tell he's cold. In part because I'm cold. Anyway, so I'm gonna put the camera away, encourage him to go home, and get busy working. What do you say, Kit? What do you say? Ready to go home? All right, let's go. Let's go. Now I'm putting the camera away. There's my rig right up there, see it? And my golf cart. All right, so I've been pretty much ignoring this for the last day or so. So starting with LPG. Battery says it's full now. LPG says 1. Freshwater says 1. Blackwater says 1. We know that's wrong. But now it says 3. And gray tank says 1, which is probably right. Freshwater says 1. I think I probably got half a tank. I'm sure that the black sensors are covered. So see, now it's coming up a little bit. But I'm sure they're covered. LPG should probably be at about half. Battery should be full. But, see, did you see how that just changed? It went from 2 to 3. So, I saw online, we're going to try this. I'm going to turn off my battery disconnect. And then we're going to see what happens. In about 30 seconds, I'll turn it back on. And see if that'll reset this monitor panel. See how the numbers keep changing? And the battery disconnect is off. So, I don't know. I'm going to wait a minute and I'll turn it back on. And then we'll see what happens. Well, apparently that battery disconnect does not cut all of my 12-volt power. So, this may just have to wait until I get to quartzite. And I can go to solar bills, because I don't understand how that works. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this one back on. I know before I put in the solar lithium system that would have cut all the 12-volt power. But let's see if it did any good. LPG says 1. Battery says full. Fresh says 1. Black says 1. Gray says 1. Yeah, that didn't do any good. Alright, I got nothing. So just another reason to be ending the camp hosting gig. And I guess the other thing worth sharing in today's vlog is since I don't really know how much water I have, and the water was shut off on September 30th, and today is October 7th, I'm kind of afraid to use much water, so I'm back to my 2-bottle method. It was kind of nice being able to run as much water as I wanted to. Ouch. For as long as I wanted to. Sorry, I'm also cooking breakfast here at 12:03 in the afternoon. So I'm going to get back to that, because the other thing that happened is I got a notification yesterday that because of the government shutdown, the rangers are now only manning the ranger station until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And so now they're asking me to be at the ranger station starting at 3 o'clock. So that means I got to be down there like 2 hours earlier than I did previously. I'm going to finish making breakfast. It's about 1:15 in the afternoon. You can see some sunlight on the road, but there's plenty of shade and shadows, and we're standing in the shade. I mean, this is pretty much what it's like. And I guess part of the reason I'm kind of harping on the whole seasonal affective disorder is I don't want to forget this experience from that perspective. I also don't want to forget it from the perspective of how much fun I've had here. So I really am glad I decided to do this. And part of the reason that I have been sharing... Are these people gone now? Yep. Part of the reason I've been sharing so much is that I really do want to give you guys an idea of what kind of things to think about, for your own self. Here's somebody just coming in today and setting up. I think they're only here for 1 day, too. Is that right? Yep. There's another new one right there. Oh, no, it's not. They've been here. So, yeah. The longer I've been here, the more difficult all of the tall trees and shaded areas has become. And in fact, at this time of day today, I really wanted to be working on some editing, but I realized sitting inside, it was pretty dark inside and fairly sunny outside, so I decided, let's go ahead and go outside, take a walk in the sun. And I also think that if this were a case where I had weeks more of this to do, I might be leaving early. But it's a couple more days, and I feel very strongly about living up to my commitment, so I'm going to do that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. There's still remnants of snow from our snowstorm the other day. And as I said earlier, it was quite frosty this morning. Still pretty chilly. I mean, it's like 44 degrees right now. But that's what we have to deal with. So, we're going to deal with it. And in the meantime, I hope you're enjoying getting to see pretty much the whole campground bit by bit. I've been trying to share lots of different aspects of it with you. Here's some sun. Can I just stand right here for a while? And I had actually thought about doing a hike along the shoreline today, but that involves getting into the trails in the woods and back out, and I need to carry bear spray. So really, I just wanted to catch a little sun, and I'm glad I did. Well, the lake views never disappoint, do they, kid? Are you looking for your friends that you got to play with yesterday? Huh? They were all gone. They were just here using the day use area. Slight breeze, not too much. Can you see how clear the water is, though? Pretty amazing. Kit likes to drink it. I'm not a big fan of that, but at least it's clear. Huh. Don't lick out of there, though. That's icky. Look at that view. That's pretty nice, huh? Well, it's an interesting stretch. I'm not quite sure what she's going for, but oh, it's bright and sunny, not a cloud in the sky today for the first time in quite a while. So we've just been walking around trying to stay in the sun as much as we possibly can. But we only have an hour before we've got to go do our stint in the ranger station where it's dark because we're conserving power, because the ranger station runs on solar. And although they have a backup generator, the backup generator doesn't seem to be working correctly. So this is Lewis Lake where we are. Boat ramps right down here. And then there's this little outlet that goes into Shoshone Lake with all those primitive dispersed campsites, backcountry campsites. So you can only get there by boat or by a really long hike, which means I'll probably never see Shoshone Lake. And I am going to be kind of sorry to leave Yellowstone behind. I never thought I would be spending this much time in a national park. There's a line for the porta potties. Well, they're not porta potties, they're vault toilets. But there's a line. I guess I'm gonna keep filming as we walk back up toward the ranger station. I'm not sure if we've shown you much of that yet today, or recently. I may not have shown it to you at all. Look how tall these trees are. There's some tall trees. So in addition to the regular trash dumpsters, there is also recycling here, but not for greenies. You know, the 1 pound propane cylinders. So here's the ranger station. You can see the Starlink on the roof, and you can see the stovepipe for the stove. That's the heating system. Yeah, it's cute. It's little. And then there's parking back here for the boat ramp for people with trailers. All the dumpsters and the recycling are over there. And now we're heading back up into the campground. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna feel like I got my steps in today. Oh, there's the other camp hosts. Hey guys.
Hey.
You want to say hi to YouTube or you want me to cut it out?
I don't know. We'll say hi to YouTube. Hi, YouTube.
It's Ricardo and Athena, our other camp hosts. So we're going to chat for a minute and I'll pick you guys up later. As always, thank you so much for being here. I am looking forward to my next full shower, but I'm afraid to actually take one and then discover that I'm running out of water. I have 3 more nights, tonight and 2 more nights, before I get out of here, and then I'm going to get water and get propane, and I'm just trying to make it through until I leave on Friday morning and then refill all the things. So, as always, thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. Leave a comment down below, and there's a whole playlist coming up on the screen right here that you can check out for your next video. See you soon.